Hi, and welcome to the Squeaky Wheel Farm. Today we're going to make broccoli cheddar soup with a little twist. We're going to do it low carb. Now it's snowing outside, it's cold. It's just one of those winter days where I'm just really craving something warm and creamy and delicious with lots of cheese. But I've also committed myself to watching my carb count. So we're going to make this soup extra special. Now we are going to be using some heavy whipping cream and some chicken stock. I've got fresh broccoli here, but if you need to use frozen, that's fine. A block of cheddar cheese. Almost all the recipes suggest that you use sharp cheddar cheese because you won't have to add as much. But for my family, we prefer a medium cheddar, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I've got some basic salt and pepper, some paprika just for a little garnish at the end, some minced garlic, real butter, and hopefully this is warm enough, but cream cheese, about a half a block. Let's get started. Now, traditional broccoli cheddar soup uses a roux, which is just butter and flour. Today we're going to eliminate the flour. We're going to add cream cheese, which is going to give it a richness and a thickness. And we're going to add real cream, real butter, and we're going to blend up some of the soup to give it that rich, creamy texture. Now, a couple of tips before we get started. Number one, you're going to use freshly shredded cheese. Start with a block of cheese. I know it takes a little bit extra effort, but the additives that they put in shredded cheese is going to make your soup kind of grainy. So if you've got the time, use a block of cheese and shred it yourself. And number two, you're going to cook this over low heat because there's a lot of cream and cheese in this soup and you don't want to scorch it. And the third thing is we're going to blend part of the broccoli into the soup, which is going to give it a richness and a thicker soup so that it stands up to the traditional flour-based soups. Now you're going to need about 3 cups of broccoli. The broccoli florets is the best part, but if you do use some of the stems, make sure that you chop them small because they may not cook to be as tender as you hope. So 3 cups is what we're shooting for. I'll be right back with you while we get this done. Now this is kind of the tricky part. You want them to be bite-sized pieces, but you don't want anything too big, but you don't want them so small that they disappear in the soup. Also, it's not wrong to use the stems, but if you're going to use them, make sure that you cut them up really small, and sometimes it's even best to peel it first. There's a lot of flavor in these. All right, I've got some chicken stock in here, and I need 2 cups. Okay, we're just going to add the chicken stock and the broccoli to the pot and let it steam for about 8 minutes on medium. Now, while I'm waiting for that to warm up, I'm just going to go ahead and open up my cheese and get it shredded as best I can. And if you don't have a cheese shredder, you can just cut it up into small cubes. It's not really going to matter because it's all going to melt into the soup. The thing is, the finer or the smaller that you can get it, the better off you're going to be because it'll melt into your soup a whole lot nicer. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is get my cream cheese prepared, and I'm only going to need a half a block, which is 4 ounces. So and it's room temperature, so it's soft. That's good. But I'm still going to cube it up a little bit because I don't want to add just one big blob to my soup. Okay, let's check and see how our broccoli's doing. Okay, so the broccoli has been cooking for about 8 minutes. I'm going to take half of it out approximately. I'm interested in the bite-sized pieces. So we've got some to set aside and add back after we do all the mixing. So now we've got the chicken broth in the pot and some of the broccoli, not all of it, but about half. I'm going to add back the cream cheese. It's room temperature that I've just kind of cubed up. And to that I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. And we're going to cook that for just a few minutes on low heat. Let the butter melt. So the butter's melted and the cream cheese is almost dissipated on its own, but we're still going to blend that up a little bit. just so that we've got the thickness and the fiber from the broccoli, because we don't want a thin soup. All right, I'm gonna pull that off the hot burner and use my immersion blender to chop some of that up. Now, if you don't have one of these things, no big deal. Really, this is just so that I can have a creamy soup. It'll still work. It'll still be delicious. I just thought I'd give this a try and see if it would give it a little bit more of a creamy texture. Okay, to this soup, we're going to add just 1 cup of heavy cream. This is a new container. I'm going to give it a good shake before we get started, because sometimes the fat settles at the bottom or at the tops. And fat is really important in this recipe. That's what's going to make it creamy. So the more you can make sure that you've got everything evenly incorporated, the better your soup is going to taste. And we're adding just 1 cup. Now, if you don't have heavy cream, I have made broccoli and cheese soup with just milk and butter. If you think about it, on the farm, they skim the cream off and they make butter. And then what's left over is your skim milk. So butter and milk is actually cream. You're just adding the butter or the cream back into the milk for a full fat mixture. And then to this, I'm going to add my 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. And I'm going to add it kind of slowly because I don't want it scorching the bottom of the pan. And I want it to melt up and just make a smooth texture. And as the cheese starts to melt into your soup, it'll become creamier and give it a nice orange color. Now this is the time where you want to make sure that you're stirring pretty consistently because you don't want it to scorch on the bottom of the pan. While I'm waiting for that cheese to melt, I'm going to add in my spices. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going actually 3/4 teaspoon just to be able to bring out the flavors. And the recipe calls for just 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And about 1/2 teaspoon of either garlic powder or minced garlic. And just a dash of paprika. The important thing is just don't rush it. It takes a little bit of time. The cheese at times will feel like it's gumming up, and it's, eventually if you give it time, it'll break down. It'll incorporate into the soup and give it that thick creaminess that you're looking for. I did add some more onion sprinkles in here. I don't remember if I added onion powder or not. The recipe does call for onion powder, but when I tasted it, it just seemed like it wasn't enough. So just be aware that when you're adding onions, they do have carbs in them, so go lightly if you can. So all the cheese is melted and it's thickened up a little bit. And I'm just going to add the broccoli back. All right, let's give this a go. It's got good flavor. Just needs to thicken up a little bit more. Okay, to be totally honest, to get this soup to thicken up, I had to add an extra 1/2 cup of cheese. And that might very well have been my own fault because I changed it from a sharp cheddar to a medium cheddar. And if I remember correctly, I believe a sharp cheddar cheese is one that is a drier cheese. So I might have gone a little light on the cheese anyway. But now it's thickened up. It's more of what I would expect from a broccoli cheese soup. So let's give it a taste. It's got an excellent flavor. Would I make this again? Oh yeah, I would give this a 9 out of 10. It's not exactly what you would find at, a fancy restaurant. You could add some bacon bits to this. You could add some other things to it that would really pump this up. But for a low-carb diet, this is perfect. We're going to pair this with some roasted chicken drummies tonight and have a very good low-carb meal. Okay, and there we have a broccoli cheddar soup, which is just delicious, along with some spiced and roasted chicken drummies for the side and a couple of sauces to go along with for a really delicious low-carb meal. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing. I hope to see you again soon.